This candy cane tastes like old people soap.
Okay.
Like, you know when you go into like grandma's like bathroom and there's that weird kind of cinnamony, kind of like Dove, kind of not Dove, lava soap. Like,
yes.
It's that old people smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, this candy cane tastes like old people.
Why do you know what old people taste like?
I mean,
I don't want to know. Never mind. That's an after show question.
oh man, we got so many important things to talk about in this episode, though.
We should probably start at some point, eh?
That's what we're doing.
I know. I was gonna make that and then lead with that.
Oh, jeez.
I'm using this whole thing just so you know.
All right.
Here we go.
It's time to hit the trail, lock in those hubs, and throw it into low range. Because you are listening to Wheelin' with Keith and Johnny Orange. They're here to talk about 4x4s, trucks, and everything to do with enjoying the great outdoors. Buckle up. Here's your hosts, Keith and Johnny Orange.
John, so is your Tesla Cybertruck deposit refundable?
Yes.
Are you getting a refund?
What? I don't know. I
What?
hope not. Why? I still want it. Well, they haven't made the final announcements. They're going to be doing that, but was it next quarter? I think Elon just announced they're doing like the final production plans of it.
But have you seen the new Jeeps?
Not yet. I've been kind of absent on any social media.
Available now. Not concepts, not like maybes.
Okay.
Available at your dealership now. Jeep completely left field, just like came, like, they were like, oh, by the way, here, we've got these available.
Wait, what?
The new Wranglers. You got two options.
Wait, did this happen within the last like 48 hours or something? Or 24 hours?
48 days.
Keep talking, because I have no idea what you're talking about, and I'm usually at least have an idea.
You can order a Wrangler now
Okay.
from the factory.
Yeah.
$392 Hemi.
Dude.
Okay.
Oh, I was not aware of this.
$392
I've
Hemi.
never seen a
first
concept of
V8 Wrangler since the 70s.
Oh.
And it's like 700 horsepower. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
I'm drooling a little
Now,
bit, sorry.
no. This isn't the only one, though, because it makes me think of your Tesla. And I forgot what it's called, and you can look it up on your phone. You can now get an electric hybrid Wrangler that has more torque than the diesel option. It'll do 25 miles on electric only, and on the gas engine gets 50 miles a gallon. 50
It's a Wrangler?
miles a gallon on a Wrangler. Yeah, it's like the Wrangler.
All right, you said 50 miles per gallon and Wrangler in the same sentence.
I know.
What are you smoking and where can I
dude,
get
look
some?
it up. I'm not dreaming. I'm telling you, man. I have never been so close to buying a brand new vehicle in my life. When they offer this in the Gladiator, which right now it's the 4-door only. You can get it in all the trim level packages, I believe. It's like the Wrangler
4XE.
Yes, I was going to say EXE, 4XE.
Hey, well, wow, base price starting $47,995.
Yes.
You featured, no, I don't want offers. Build it.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
I'm going to do this.
I'm telling you, man. Well, go ahead. Go ahead and build it.
I'm going to.
But
It's loading.
that's what I'm saying.
We're in your basement, man. It takes a second to load.
You got Wi-Fi. Anyways, but that thing.
All right, we want to start with the Sahara, Rubicon, or high altitude?
Well, oh, come on. Rubicon.
Rubicon? But it's like middle of the road. The other one's like 20 grand more.
What?
Or no, like 2 grand more. High altitude is a level above the Rubicon.
Well, what does that offer beyond the Rubicon?
All right, we're starting with high altitude.
What?
53,815.
Yeah, but
starting price.
what does it have that the Rubicon doesn't?
I don't know yet. I'm just
Does it have front and rear locking axles?
I don't know. It's on exterior colors and the choices.
I haven't even heard of the high altitude.
So we have got black clear coat exterior, granite crystal metallic clear coat exterior.
Ooh, that's a nice
billet
color.
silver. No, we're going black.
Well, okay, the black's fine.
Or we could go white. Is it?
Oh,
bright
no,
white.
not white. No.
I don't know. That saves us $245. So.
I can afford the $200. All
All right, we'll go black. Integrated off-road camera.
No, I don't know.
Oh, all right, I'll turn that off.
I don't really need that.
20. Ooh. Tell me I can turn that off.
20-inch rims?
No, we're going to go back to the Rubicon. Nope, forget that. Oh, a lot more color options, too.
Yeah, no.
Oh, wow, a lot.
Give me like a...
Yellow, orange,
give me like
red, light blue, dark blue, silver, gray, or two different kinds of black.
What about I thought there was like a Sahara tan color or like the gray Rubicon. That's
There's no green in it.
Yeah, green. Isn't there a green Rubicon?
No.
What?
We got silver or stink. All right, we're going gray.
Okay, go with the gray. The gray
Satin
looks
black
good.
grill by Molipar? Yes. No off-road camera. Body color fender flares?
No.
No.
I've never liked those.
17-inch wheels. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I don't know the difference.
What?
BSW or OWL off-road tires? We'll just leave that as default.
Yeah, just default, whatever. I don't.
Oh, wow.
We're going
Soft
to change those out anyways.
All right, we're going to do the dual top group.
Yeah, for sure.
Black 3-piece hard top or body color? Oh, color matching or regular?
I don't like the color matching. That's too
I don't
Barbie
either.
Jeep. Yeah, that's too California girl, man. That's like I'm driving around in my Jeep with its matching hard top.
I'm expecting you to start singing Barbie World all of a sudden here.
Yeah, I mean I could. Yeah, I know most of the words.
Ooh, we're doing black leather trimmed bucket seats.
Oh, ew, no. Leather
Or dark saddle. Black dark saddle or just all black.
is leather's the only option?
Yeah.
Ew. What?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. There is a premium cloth option.
Yeah, premium cloth.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, leather and an open top Jeep.
Uconnect 4-inch nav thing. I mean, that's a default.
Okay, yeah.
Windshield tie down, soft top window storage bag. Forget that.
Yeah,
Oh, WeatherTech floor mats. Yes.
yeah, those are pretty nice. Those are pretty
Hardtop headliner. Yeah. Noise reduction. Quality of ride.
Okay. I mean,
Additional accessories: grab handle, cargo group with trail system, Jeep rated trail kit, stainless door sill guards.
no.
No. Okay. Remote start.
Sure, because it's not going to be a manual because they're not going to have a manual with the hybrid.
I want to leave remote start. Oh yeah, hybrid.
So,
All right. Remote proximity keyless entry.
yeah, sure, whatever.
Okay.
I mean, I do like my weird like touch button on the Ford, so
Safety group, no. Advanced safety group, no. Steel bumper group, front and rear steel bumpers.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I want steel bumpers. What? I don't want plastic.
Oh, cold weather group, yeah. So that's gonna give us heated front seats, heated steering wheel,
Oh yeah.
and it adds the remote start.
Yeah, I like that.
So I
What are we like $78,000 now?
I don't know. It's gonna be high. Do we want the smokers group? A cigar lighter and a removable ashtray.
No, I don't use the ashtrays anyways, and I can own a Bic for 39 cents.
Trailer tow heavy duty electrical group. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Ooh, that gives us a 700 amp battery, 7 and 4-pin wiring harness.
700 amp battery is not that good. I have two 950s in the Excursion.
We're talking a regular vehicle. Come on, bro. Powertrain.
Why would it need a 700 amp battery if it's a hybrid? Doesn't it have a battery pack in it somewhere?
This as we're talking.
All
Give
right,
me a
whatever. Okay, go. Yeah.
The engine's a 2-liter inline 4.
Yep.
Turbo engine.
Yep.
Ugh. 8-speed automatic. 410 gear ratio.
Yep.
It doesn't tell me anything else, but right now our net price is $62,325. Could finance it for $1,017 for 60 months, or lease estimate of $593 a month for 48 months.
Yeah, it's more than my mortgage. But here's the deal. Like, you look at this thing, man. You've got the Jeep solid axles, the off-road, the legendary Jeep name. You've got all of that stuff together, and you got a 50 mile per gallon. Now, hear me out here, though. This is what I was thinking. Because currently, because I did a bunch of digging on this the other day, and Jeep is saying, no, it won't be available in the Gladiator. 4-door or JLU. Is that what they're called? JLU?
I think so, yeah. The 4-doors, the unlimited.
Yeah.
So,
JLU only right now. And that's what it's going to be in. However, I found another thing where some big Jeep executive said, yes, by the end of 2021, you're going to be able to get in the Gladiator as well. Well, think about it for me for work. Now, I drive a minimum of 100 miles a day. every single day. I go 100 miles somewhere. Whether that's work or a combination of work and play, pretty much 100 miles a day, every single day. In reality, I put about 50,000 miles a year on most of my vehicles.
Okay, that's fair.
So I'm getting, with the Excursion, 16 miles a gallon flat. I mean, pretty much that 7.3 diesel, my old one that had the Bank Stinger kit on it.
Real quick, you're wrong. It's not 15 miles on electric, it's 21.
I thought I said 25. Well, anyways, whatever it is. My old Excursion, I got like 20 miles a gallon if I was unloaded and I wasn't towing anything. But as soon as I started towing stuff, I went down to like 12 because I had that whole Bank Stinger turbo kit and everything on it.
Mm-hmm.
The one
It's
now,
got regenerative braking too. So
Good.
that's going to regenerate the electric while you're braking or slowing.
exactly.
That is awesome.
So, but what I'm saying is, so I'm getting 16 miles a gallon flat with the Excursion now, driving to work every day. Fuel prices are going up. Thank you, Dementia Joe. I'm sorry, President Biden. Anyways, I said I wasn't going to get political here, but anyways, we all know fuel prices are going up. It's happening.
Yeah.
And, so let's say they get back up to $4 a gallon, heaven forbid, on diesel or something like that. That would be, I'd be saving a lot of money driving a 50.
I've already decided if it goes up to those kind of prices again, I'm going to start doing that blending thing that I originally thought about doing when I built the Wrangler. The half oil, half diesel fuel thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to start doing that.
You could do that, or you could do.
Won't help me in the winter.
You could start running it off vegetable oil. Just start deep frying more stuff at home.
Nah, there's too much I got to do as far as changing out seals and all that stuff. And then I got to preheat the fuel and get into all that garbage.
Yeah,
and,
fair enough. I got a lot of used motor oil. You want to try running it? You take it and.
I get a filtration system set up first.
Well, you can buy one of those Micron bags. But anyway, so does that sway your? Do you still want the Tesla, or
Yes.
you do? Okay.
Yeah, the Wrangler with an automatic, I can't do it.
The Tesla is going to be an automatic.
Yeah, but it's a Tesla. It's not a Wrangler. Wrangler with an automatic is just it's blasphemous. It's a crime against nature.
I tend to agree with you. I really do. I saw a sticker the other day that said Jeep, and then it had a picture it was a black silhouette of a TJ with no doors with a manual trans. You could see the stick sticking out.
Yeah, awesome.
And then there was underneath it was the silhouette of a JKU, and it said minivan. And I was like,
didn't I share that on the?
Maybe you
I think
did.
I shared some on that 4x4
Maybe
talk.
you're the one who
Yeah.
did. I saw it somewhere,
Yeah.
and I was laughing. I was like, yeah, that's pretty much
I've
true.
had a few good ones posted in there lately.
But no, to me, it's the first Jeep product. The 700 horse one is really freaking cool.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
Okay, it's a neat idea. I love it. But the fact of the matter is, I would never probably ever buy it.
Yeah.
At least not new. Like 20 years from now, if I can pick up one on a used car lot for a third the price of new,
Yeah.
it might happen. But this for a new vehicle, I've said it many times again, I don't believe in buying new vehicles unless you can pay cash for them. I can't afford to pay cash for a new vehicle at this point in my life.
Yeah.
With that being said, though, the only new vehicle that I think I would ever purchase would be something electric, because I want the battery life to be like new when I get it.
Yeah.
I don't want to purchase a 7-year-old Tesla.
No.
That's just, to me, until Bob's Battery Mart down the road or Earl's Battery Service, who actually is a fantastic company. Free shout out to you guys. You're up in Port Huron, Michigan, and Utica, Michigan. Batteries are like half the price of everybody else. Until Earl's has got Tesla batteries that I can go in for $1,500 and just,
It'll be a lot more than that.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I know where you're going with it.
Until I can go to Earl's and I can say, hey, give me a big battery pack.
Yeah.
For my used Tesla that I just picked up for $2,000 on the side of the road. I'm not interested in buying an old Tesla. I would buy a new Tesla. I would buy a new hybrid Wrangler. Maybe some other hybrid type vehicle with a battery pack. I'm not buying a Prius. Unless I just all of a sudden become an Uber driver in Las Vegas, I'm not buying a Prius. So
Please don't just do any of that.
exactly.
Please.
So
It's funny. I made a joke about a Prius last night at a friend's house, and I mean, she's not a car person by any means, and The look she gave me when I made a joke about driving a Prius was like, get out now.
Oh, jeez.
It was really funny.
Well, the other day I went to go pick up a vehicle for my mom's company, which I tell you what, the hairs were tingling up in the back of my neck. Their manager there sent me to look at a couple of them, and she was first sending me to 6-liter Fords, and I was like, no, we are not buying a 6-liter Ford. So then she found a 6.4, which, as anyone who's a Ford guy knows, the 6.4 Ford is the 6-liter. The 6 liters hot garbage. The 6.4 is slightly warmed over hot garbage.
Yeah.
So, but with that being said, they found an '08 Ford F-250 crew cab, 8-foot bed, 6.4 diesel. Never had a tuner on it. Nothing. All stock. Hasn't really been abused. Looks like maybe it came from down south because it's not rusty or anything. And I went out and I picked up the truck for $4,400.
Nice.
Diesel, 4-wheel drive.
Very nice.
Work truck, white work truck, vinyl interior. But, I told him at that price, I go, if the 6.4 pukes on you, you drop one of your Cummins from your older trucks in it or something,
Yeah.
call it good. But so this is going to be our first attempt at living with a 6.4.
Nice.
It might live forever. It might be done in 2 days. Who knows? But
God, I would hope it lasts longer than 2 days. Jeez.
well, anyway, so I started to tell you though. I go out to look at this thing, and the guy's like, the weirdest thing. It was, we've talked about sketchy Craigslist deals and stuff in the past. And this is a marketplace thing. So the guy, I had messaged back and forth a couple times throughout the day with the guy. And he's like, yeah, he sends me an address. He's like, yeah, meet me here. I told him, I says, I get out of work 3:30. I says, it was down in Ann Arbor. So, this is. Ann Arbor's, as you know, John, an hour and a half further south of my job site. So, I mean, I've got a hell of a lot of driving for the day. So, I leave work. I drive further away from home out to Ann Arbor. Show up to the address, this guy's given me that I've never met, that I've only talked to on the phone. Even on the phone, the guy said to me, he goes, dude, I flip vehicles, blah, blah, this and that. He goes, I can't tell you a lot about it. I can tell you it's pretty clean. There's some dents and stuff, but he goes, beyond that, it runs and drives really nice. You'll just have to check it out. I'm like, all right, fair enough. I appreciate the honesty, So he gives me this address, and I go out there and I show up, and it's a MJR Cinema 21 or 16 or whatever.
Nice.
And I'm like, so I text him and I'm like, movie theater ? And he's like, yeah.
Well,
and
it's
I'm like,
more fun there.
and I had already, yeah, well, there you go. Yeah. Nice. I don't think anybody who's not in the North or the Michigan area is going to understand that one, but
Google or get on YouTube and type in, it's more fun at MJR.
oh no. Anyways,
For those of you who know what that is, I'm sorry.
yeah, exactly. It's like driving a Kia from some place Kia.
Oh, my God.
So anyways,
Why'd you do that?
So anyways, so he's like, yeah, and I had already messaged him like an hour and a half prior, and I had said, hey, please don't fire it up before I get there. I hate it when people do that, when you pull up and it's running.
Yeah.
Because then you don't know if the starter's weak, you don't know if the batteries are, you don't know if the engine's got crap in the oil, whatever. I want them cold when I go to look at a vehicle.
Yeah.
Good point there for people. You ever looking at a vehicle, you always want it cold, and ask the seller, say, hey, don't start it up before I get there. I want to see it cold start. I want to check the fluids before we start it, that kind of stuff. So anyways, guys, like, yeah, no problem, because I'm not going to be there till you're there. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm thinking, well, I'm at a movie theater. What's he going to do, drive it over here? Obviously, he's going to have started it. So I'm sitting in the movie theater parking lot for like 15 minutes, and it's getting a little bit past our agreed upon meeting time. And I'm like, oh, man, this is getting screwy, And he goes, he calls me, and he goes, all right. He goes, go to and I answer the phone. And he's like, yeah. He's like, I'm at the storage lot next door. I'm like, okay, so I drive over to the storage lot. I'm thinking the storage lot's got an address on it. Why didn't you just give me the storage lot at first? So I pull in, we go to the back row, and there's a bunch of vehicles in the back storage lot, and he pulls up in a Prius. And I'm just like, he gets out, and I'm like, Prius, huh? And he's like, oh, yeah, great car. And I'm like, ugh. So, but that was kind of my Prius thing. And I was going to kind of I didn't know the guy, but
That's like that one dude I met. I been back and forth for like 2 months trying to meet this dude for a welder I was selling. And we talked about it on one of the previous episodes, because I was here, I went and met him, and I came back and we did a couple episodes that night. And any of those deals where you're meeting in public, you know, you gotta, as comfortable and confident as you can be in dealing with online sales, Craigslist, Marketplace, whatever. You always get that little bit of nerve before someone shows up. Like, are they going to show up with a van full of, you know, gangsters that are going to beat the crap out of me and steal my truck?
Probably.
Or is it going to be some dude in a Prius? And in that case as well, the dude was in a red Prius with an amateur radio plate. And I knew immediately, oh, I'm good.
Yeah.
He was a nice guy.
Was he wearing Crocs?
No Crocs.
Oh, okay.
Was your guy wearing Crocs?
No.
Oh, that would have made this story so much better.
No, what was weird is he was being carted around by his son, who I think was some sort of weird antisocial dude, because he pulls up, he gets out of the car, he's talking to me and this and that, and his son immediately zooms up, and I'm like, did you just get abandoned here, dude? And he's like, well, no, he's going to sit up by the front gate. And so then when I left and stuff, he's like, well, you just signal to him and he'll open this and that. Well, then I asked him, because he had a couple trucks sitting there, and I was like, well, he had this, actually, by the way, he must have sold it, because I told him to call me if he didn't. He had a 98 crew cab, short bed, two-wheel drive, 2500 Chevy, weird combination.
Yeah.
454 big block.
Ooh.
And it came from down south, and this thing was mint. Interior had like one little rub spot on the leather seat. The rest of it, the paint was baked, but there was no rust. The interior
Buff
was
it out, clear coat it, you're good.
Yeah, either you could do that rat rod look or a fresh coat of paint. This truck would have looked brand new. He was only asking $4,000 for it, and I told him, I says, dude, I go, if that truck could. But the thing was, another guy pulled up, because I asked, when I went to go ask him, I'm like, hey, how much you want for this truck? He goes, well, I got to ask my son. He goes, my son's got all the prices. So he goes over and he's like calling his son, and his son's refusing to get out of the car, and his son's like, his son was a weirdo. Yeah. But his son might have been wearing Crocs. But anyways, there was another
question there, but you said you never saw him. So
yeah, no, he had long greasy hair and stuff. I did see him. He got out of the car briefly and then got back in the car.
Were the Crocs in 4x4 mode or two-wheel drive?
Oh, geez, he had a little, cute. No. Anyways, this other dude pulled up and he was checking out the Chevy, and he was crawling all over it. And I was like, and I said to the guy because the guy was asking 56 for the one we bought, and I offered him $4,000 and we settled at 44. And I'm like, almost immediately. And I'm like, so the guy was really cool with me. And the fact that he just straight up told me, I flip cars. He goes, I own a car dealership. These are the ones that I don't want to set out in the dealership lot, because they're basically, most of them were cosmetically ugly.
Gotcha.
Paint was peeling. There might have been rust on some of them.
Our kind of vehicles.
Our kind of vehicles. So he's like, I told him, I said, I appreciate your honesty. Just telling me, not trying to sell me some bill of goods here or whatever. Yeah. Just saying, hey, I flip cars. This is all I know about it. If you like it, buy it, you know?
Yeah.
Gave me a great price on it. So I was telling the guy that was crawling all over the Chevy, and I go, hey, man, I go, if you don't buy the Chevy, I think I'm going to, because this is a pretty nice truck. Even though it's two-wheel drive, it's a rare combination.
Yeah.
No, I take that back. It was four-wheel drive. It was a four-wheel drive.
Oh, that's even better.
It was just really low. That's why it kind of looked two-wheel drive. You know,
they're
fixed. IFS, you know.
That
but
can be fixed.
It was short bed, and I prefer long beds. I really do, because they're useful and stuff.
Yeah.
But the fact that the truck
was it like a 4 foot short or like a 6.5?
No, it's like a 6 foot bed.
All right, so that's standard. Not bad. Yeah, that's good.
They didn't have those stupid short beds back in the 90s, you know.
Oh, thank God.
But this thing was just so solid, and there was no dents in it, and I'm like, man, fresh paint on this truck, and I mean, for the old classic body style Chevy truck, you know, it was a nice looking truck.
Nice.
Even though the 454s get like 7 miles a gallon, but you know, hey, still.
Yeah, you could tweak it.
They're still fun to drive.
Yeah,
and then get 5 miles a gallon.
Cranking some real power out of it.
And then get 3 miles a gallon.
Yeah. But you can get there in like 12 minutes.
Well, I had that 98, that 3500 dually, and that thing, when I put my sliding camper and then I put my trailer behind it with my Jimmy on it, I got the best tank I got going up north and back the one time was 5.8 miles a gallon.
Oof.
Yeah, that's rough.
Ooh.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Not as bad as my 460 big block F350 I used to have, but you know, that's still pretty. That was 4.
Yeah.
So,
nice.
But you know, I but yeah, getting that truck was cool. And, but I don't even know how we got on this tangent of talking about Craigslist vehicles and stuff like that. But
you're getting a new truck for your mom.
that was
for
it.
the
Yeah.
business.
Well, we bought that. Yeah.
That's how it started, and that's the origin of it. I don't remember what we were talking about before that. Though.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
We do this. But,
I'll say this on my end. I've realized y'all have heard it before. Y'all are gonna give me stuff for saying it again, but Cherokee will be done this year because I don't think I want to run the Pegasus through another winter right now.
year 13. We're drinking to year 13.
So it started in 2009. So what would that be?
13.
I think it'd be 12, isn't it?
You still got to count the
12, 1, 2.
You got to count the 0.
Oh, yeah. All right, so 13. 12, 13, whatever. The plan is to have it absolutely on the road by the end of summer. As with the issues I have with the Wrangler in the winter, and the body's getting really bad.
All right.
The under stuff has moved to the sides, the cancer.
Yeah.
It's moving up. And it's getting... I do some sketchy stuff. This is getting sketchy for me.
Yeah.
So...
All right. Back to Project XJ, the Cherokee.
Yeah.
We rarely do on this show. We rarely do. You want to get political for a minute?
No.
Somewhat political.
Maybe. Well, let's start and see what happens.
All right. Have you been following... You know what cancel culture is, right?
I'm going to answer that simply with a yes, because my level of anger, frustration, and anxiety and stress in dealing with the stupidity and moronacy, if that's not even a word, of people that proprietate that.
Listen, hey, it's all right. I needed
No,
them
it's
to
not.
take away Yosemite Sam's guns because that way my kids can go back to playing Fortnite and Grand Theft Auto and pulling the people out of the cars and shooting them and all this and that. Yeah, okay. So cancel culture, it's ridiculous. We all know that it's ridiculous.
It's absurd.
Everyone that listens to this show, I can guarantee you, believes it's ridiculous. And if
My
not,
Lord, I hope.
then you know what? Call us out on 4x4 Talk. We'll have some fun with you. So
Yeah, we will.
yeah, exactly. So, but are you familiar with the cancel culture thing on the Jeep Cherokee right now?
I read a little bit about it, yeah.
Yeah, well, so they're
because it's a Jeep thing, I saw that.
yeah, they're trying to cancel it.
If I remember right, the response was no, though, which I love.
Yeah, well, that was
I love that.
Jeep said no.
Yeah, that made me happy.
Originally, and I haven't dug into it too much, but originally they were trying to say that the Cherokee tribe wanted it canceled. The Cherokee tribe. Apparently, at some point, it was like some dude that identified as Cherokee wanted it canceled, but the official tribal council never asked it to be canceled or anything like that. So, of course, me being me, I've pretty much stopped Facebook. I'm on there like maybe once a week to promote the wheeling stuff and to maybe put some barn pictures, and that's about it. But I've embraced the political side of me through Twitter.
Okay.
And I have fun through Twitter. And, like I was trolling a certain socialist senator who ran for a position in a house that's white. Anyways.
You can't say that now, you know.
Yeah. So I used to troll him like crazy on Twitter. And I had a lot of fun with it. I'd get his aides going up and all the other people that were, they just all be back and, oh, you don't understand. This is you're not a nice person and whatever. They'd, tell me all sorts of things. And it's like your candidate doesn't understand basic economics that my 8-year-old understands.
Yeah.
So, but with that being said, so I'm on Twitter, and we're talking about before that. I'm like, I says, so I put out my opinion via Twitter. And I said, and I'm going to say it here too. I says, listen, I kind of agree with this one, with the canceling the Cherokee. I says, here's my reasoning behind it. I go, the original SJ Cherokee and the XJ Cherokee were proud, rugged, off-road vehicles they were vehicles of the land. You could go out in the back country and survive and now the Cherokee's it's basically a Prius wearing a Cherokee name. So, So yes, the new Cherokee is an insult to the Cherokee tribe. And
Absolutely.
I think that the Cherokee
a
tribe,
political statement I can stand behind.
and
I
they
love
should
it.
say, listen, bring back the real Cherokee.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So,
I love that.
they should get whoever the head of their tribe, like Chief Jeep Grand Cherokee, should or the Chief Grand Cherokee should. What?
That's just awesome.
So, anyways,
I think we picked the whole file up, but I don't care. That's awesome.
So Chief Grand Cherokee should like make a statement. Like, he should be like, "Hey, you guys, that piece of crap you're making that's basically a warmed over, Kia Sorento, and bring back a real solid axle square body SUV, and now we can talk."
We gotta use the hashtag Chief Grand Cherokee with us.
Okay, maybe I will.
There was a Cherokee Chief.
I know.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So.
Oh my God, this made my day.
So that's what I'm saying, dude. It's like I'm where are they?
You're absolutely right. That's the best part about this.
I would be I'd be ashamed if my name was on a badass line of vehicles or anything, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh yeah, here's the drag queen version of our vehicle," and it's just like I'm sorry.
I
but
have so many more funny things to say, but this is the main show, not the after show, and I can't.
Tell you what, you guys got a little taste of Keith and Johnny Orange on this. If you're interested in hearing more of our absolute shenanigans, you need to go to Patreon.
Oh my God, yeah, you're missing out.
You're missing out on a lot. We do get a lot raw on that, but I didn't mean to really go there. But that's what I'm saying though. It's not a, I just can't embrace that. I know your dad's got one. You drive it. It's a decent car, but it's a car. It's not it's not an off-road vehicle. It's not a
my buddy. Well, I'll say it. My buddy Sean. Shout out to you, Sean. So he had a Grand Cherokee. It was the WX model.
Yeah, the black
First one with
right?
the IFS. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he sold it looking for something a little more fuel efficient. Drives a lot for work. It's all city driving. Nothing crazy. Off-road. Dirt roads or something occasionally. So he bought a 2015 Cherokee. We went up north one weekend. We went to check where the old boat was stored. It's actually pretty cool. We went to Harbor Beach, walked from the marina on the ice all the way to the lighthouse and the break wall and back, which is a little over a mile. It was a very long day. And we went over to Caseville for Shanty Days, the little party they have up there.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Actually got a free beer for how fast I shotgunned one. It was pretty cool.
Nice.
On the way back, we missed our turn. So he pulled off the road to, kind of make a U-ey and go back. It was some combination of snow and ice from that last couple days. It had basically, the top layer was all ice, a little bit of snow underneath, but it was packed in such a way, there was no way we could get any traction with this. The vehicle was just light enough, it was floating on the ice. When we tried to move, it would break through and get stuck. And I got out, and I'm pushing, couldn't get any traction. I face planted in the snow 3 or 4 times. And some dude drove by in a little old F-150. It was his girlfriend or his wife was driving. This dude, you've heard the phrase 3 sheets to the wind?
Oh, yeah.
This guy was a full 12 to the wind.
Okay.
And
so he was a full hotel full of sheets to the wind.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And he gets out and says, "You guys need a tote?" I'm like, "Yeah, but we don't have a strap." He says, "I got one. Hold on." It was one of those like polyurethane ropes that you loop through hooks and then it like tucks back into itself.
Ew, I hate those.
We just needed a little bit.
Those are
I
for, like,
got under there, I
four-wheelers.
hooked it. And we pulled it right out and we got back on the road and we went. And we did it, but it got stuck in just that little bit.
Yeah, no,
I don't know if it was a fluke. I've seen some of them go through more, but yeah.
I think maybe something that we could do eventually when we get our audio, or not our audio, our visual side of things of wheeling, when we get the YouTube channel going back up and things like that again. I think what would be really interesting, if it's still in production at that point, would be to do a comparison run, and we would have to find someone with a stock of each, but basically do a test run of different off-road skills, the original SJ Cherokee, the XJ Cherokee, and the new Cherokee.
I like that.
The 3 Cherokees. And
That would be fun.
and basically and do some road manners too.
Yeah.
I'm sure that the new Cherokee 0 to 60 is probably going to be the best. I'm sure that in the corners the new Cherokee is going to be the best. But I think for the off-road capabilities, my money's going to be on the XJ.
I think I would agree with that. It's quite literally that in between. You got more of cause the original was leaf spring up front, wasn't it?
Yeah, the original was leaf spring up front.
You get those benefits of the 4-link.
90% of them had really crappy, because it was in the middle of the fuel crisis, so they had like those 290 and 307 gears. They had the really bad gears, and so they had like no low-end torque. So, modified one, that's totally different, but you got to do stock.
We'd have to, we'll come up with some parameters and do this.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with the Cherokee as well, though, just because it's a little bit smaller, and it's got the 4-link in the front.
I was just going to say that, the 4-link with the coil springs.
It would do better.
Yeah, and I think the XJ, I mean, that's just a... they're speaking of the XJ, Norris Bononis, the people that put the dispatcher out, they had a bunch of pictures on their website about the early development of the XJ, and they had some of the clay models and stuff.
That is awesome.
They had a lot of the history of that. And
nice.
I think they've done some history articles on it as well. So, plugging them again. Dispatcher Magazine. If you're interested, you need to get on there and be a subscriber. DispatcherMagazine.com. It's a bi-monthly publication, means every 2 months it comes out. And this is a coffee table quality publication. This is not a cheap magazine.
How often did you say it?
Every 2 months.
Excellent.
I'll show you. I got some. In fact, I've got a couple extra copies. I'll give you a couple
cool.
to start you out.
Thank you.
Then you'll need to go get your own. But
yeah, I'm gonna probably subscribe, like I said, tonight or tomorrow.
It's
for sure.
really a cool publication.
Yeah.
And like I said, I write for it every 2 months, and I love writing for it because I love the history stuff. And I'm even learning stuff more and more about the Jeeps because I'm an all-around 4x4 and automotive guy.
Yeah.
I'm learning more about the Jeeps as I go. And, so that's, certain things. I'll be researching something else for the museum, and all of a sudden it's like, well,
rabbit hole.
yeah, well, exactly. It's
Yeah.
like, wait a minute. That's kind of like when I did the diesel Jeep one, and I actually did a whole history of like pretty much every Jeep that's ever had a diesel from the factory.
That was in the magazine?
In Dispatcher, yep.
Can you order back issues?
I'll just give you. Yes, you can. So yes, go to dispatchermagazine.com.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely get in.
And,
I want to read that one for sure.
So I did that, and there's been some other ones. I did a history of the straight 6 engine that they did, the 4-liter, and how far that goes back. And we've talked about that on the podcast, how that all goes all the way back to the Nash Quad.
Yeah.
It's just this ancient engine design that just kept getting updated over all the years. And so, there's just a lot of history stuff. I'm glad we kind of got off the Cherokee here for a minute, but I'm still going to rag you though on your dad's Cherokee.
Oh, that's fine. I do it too.
Like, seriously, how many years is he going to go with a busted windshield?
I don't remember if he replaced that or not.
Last time I was in it, which wasn't that long ago.
He's actually contemplating selling that one and getting something else. And I know he likes the Gladiator, so I have very high hopes here. He really likes the Gladiator.
But your dad also is a cheapskate.
Yeah.
And I love your dad. And I think that a hybrid JK or JLU is in his future.
I mean,
what's the Chrysler retirement plan option on that sucker? It's got better low end torque than the diesel. It's better off road, and of course he has to do the Rubicon.
I would hope he would. I would hope so.
And you tell him, Dad, that's in my inheritance right there. I'm getting this.
Now he'll be around longer than it would take for that to be inherited by me. So
says you.
I hope he will be.
Whatever. Yeah, no, I hope so too. Like your old man a lot. But,
oh yeah, he's cool.
So, dude, I'm the Cherokee thing, the cancel culture, all that, it's driving me nuts.
It's infuriating.
It
the
really
only
is.
question I have, so this was back in one of my college classes, we had to make an advertisement for a product. I chose Mr. Potato Head.
Nice.
But to avoid, copyright issues and such, I called him Potato Head. This video has been on YouTube since 2010 or 2011. So the whole thing and all that, they're calling it Potato Head now, right?
Well, I heard that they weren't now. I heard
I heard that too. I'm wondering still if it's all a big publicity stunt. But here's my question.
Why does Mr. Potato Head need publicity? Like, people are going to just run out and buy them?
I don't know. They're weird people.
Oh, okay.
But so my question is this.
Yeah, they Hasbros.
Am I going to get credit for making that name?
You should.
Yeah, I started that 10 years ago.
You should.
I won't. I'm not seeking anything like
No,
that.
I
Because then they're
know,
going to
I
get into the copyright questions of the video that I used and all that.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
everything.
no, I get you. Yeah, it'd be a big old battle, and they eventually just be like, well, here, we're going to settle out of court, and you get a...
It's Disney. They're going to send a Mickey Mouse assassin to my house, and then I'll just be gone.
Yeah.
And then this will be the Keith Show.
Oh, man. Well...
Wouldn't that be a humiliating way to go? Get taken out by Mickey Mouse. Now, Goofy, I could get it with Goofy. But Mickey Mouse,
I think there's some videos about him being an assassin.
I could totally see that. Totally see it.
Yeah, it's all he's the Jar Jar Binks of the Disney world. He's just well, actually,
Hey, Star Wars is Disney now, bro.
God,
you can't
yeah,
say
so
that anymore.
basically they're both the Goofy and stuff. But there's that whole conspiracy theory that Jar Jar Binks is a
reincarnate.
It was an act. Like he was pretending to be a dumbass.
Oh.
Yeah, and that was his style of kung fu and all that he did. And
That's impressive.
yeah, because he
It's
always
true.
and it was always like so
Yeah.
and that he was an evil guy all along. And
Yeah.
but anyways, man. I know we've had a lot of fun tonight. I know we still need to do an after show. Once again, Patreon.
Yep. Check it out. Access Lowe's, $2 a month. Get you all the bonus content, all the stuff that we don't get to in the show, we usually bring up in the after show. Again, some changes still coming to that, so just stay tuned with us. It's going to get a lot better than it is, I promise. And as again noted in our past episode, everything's been updated and up to date on those. So the next episode you will hear will be the sequential episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're going to change some of the tiers up a little bit with that. So check it out, give it a listen. If you like it, hit the subscribe button. Make sure in listening to this episode too, you're hitting subscribe on us, please, and hopefully you like it.
Yeah,
So
whatever podcast service you're using, hit subscribe.
Yeah, you'll
leave a
get
comment
up to date on
too.
that. Absolutely, yeah, we're interactive on those. We do watch all of the comments. Any of the input people have, something you like, something you don't, let us know.
For sure. How else can they get a hold of us through the social medias?
Facebook.com/group/4x4talk. Or just go in your search bar on Facebook, type in 4x4 Talk. Interact with us, all the other listeners who listen to and follow the show. Post pictures of your build. If you got questions, having a problem, post it up there. We've got a wealth of knowledge and resources amongst all of you fine folks that listen to us. Contribute, something if you want. If you like the build, like it, go from there and see what people have to say about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're interested in hearing more about the Museum of Off-Road Adventure, go to www.themora.org. That website's actually under construction right now, so you're not going to see a lot of stuff on there. So it's better to check us out at our social medias, which you can find us at Museum of Off-Road Adventure through Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All of those you can find out. We're most active on Facebook and Instagram, a little bit on Twitter here and there. So make sure if you're interested to follow those as well. Hit a like on there. And if you're interested in booking a tour of the museum, which is open to the public in Clay Township, Michigan, call 877-FWD-MORA. And with that, John?
I like it. Well, thanks for listening, and have a good one, everybody.